More than a week after the arrival of refugees to this camp in Gadarif, the first supply of food aid is starting to trickle in. Pulses, flour and oil is rationed out between the families who've come here. Hundreds line up to receive their share. Most, like Zamzam Aliyu, have left their children back in shelters and withstand scorching sun while they wait. They are desperate.
I'm
glad that aid organizations have started distributing food. A lot of people were going hungry. Some of us had gone for 2 or 3 days without food. There was a whole day that my kids and I went without any food. But now with aid here, we can have meals.
It's been 10 days since I came here from my country, and in those 10 days, we hadn't eaten proper meals. We are hungry, and we have small children to feed. Now we're going to get some food aid, and we thank God for that, because over the past 10 days, we didn't receive anything. We hope they bring more, because this will not be enough for the many families here.
Both Zamzam and Yagus are two of the nearly 15,000 residents of the camp, which was opened less than 2 weeks ago. They come from the Tigray region in northern Ethiopia, where the government has launched an offensive. More than 30,000 have fled to neighboring Sudan since the start of the conflict, including to Kassala state. Aid organizations say thousands more in Tigray are facing a dire humanitarian situation, with the Ethiopian government imposing a communications blackout and blocking access to the region. Many refugees arriving at the Sudanese border are exhausted and hungry.
So far, most of the food for the refugees has come from local communities around the border points and refugee camps. But the communities themselves face economic hardships as Sudan battles soaring market prices, and the number of those crossing the border to escape the fighting in Tigray is rising. Many who said they've gone 4 days without food now have something to eat.
But the country the refugees are arriving to has its own set of problems, including a state of emergency. Floods in September damaged many roads, and that is now hindering aid delivery.
So the challenges still remain there, but what we're doing is that we have enough food in stocks in the country as WFP, and we've been able really to pull on food from other areas where we had surpluses to try to prepone food here. As we speak right now, we have about enough food for 60 to 70,000 people already here on site. And these are distributed, of course, between Kassala, of course, and Gadarif as well, where we are right now.
The refugees don't know how long they will remain in the camps. For now, they're just pleased to be safe and have food for their families. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Al Fashaga, Gadarif State.